Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Oman Garden Fix and Tricks. I am Michael. So today I am in the watermelon patch, and you can hear the wind. The place is very windy. I'll try my best to navigate so that it doesn't disrupt the audio quality of the video. So as I said, I am in the melon patch, and I'm going to provide an update of the watermelon that were planted, and we transplanted these watermelons, meaning that we did not grow them from direct seeding method. We use the indirect seeding, meaning that we start them in trays and then we transplanted them out in the field. So this is how the watermelons look. So they started running, started creeping, looking nice. And at this stage you can see the leaves are properly developed and they are off to a good start. Now at this stage there are certain things that you need to do. For example, what you see I'm doing here, weeding. Weeding is a must. So even though the water is deposited directly at the plant root, you're still going to have some amount of weed growth. So weeding is essential, and what that does is to keep the field clean and actually minimize the transfer or pest infestation, right? And reduce competition, because you know that weeds compete with the plant for resources, water, nutrients, light, and so forth. So weeding is essential. Another thing that you have to do is mold, meaning that you have to agitate the soil around the plant so that to introduce oxygenated air in the soil environment for the process of respiration. So the plant would need to respire. If they don't respire, then the plant cannot grow. Another thing that you have to make sure that you are doing at this stage is to give them a good nitrogen fertilizer, and that will help them now to develop leaves and stem. That's what you want the plants to be doing now in terms of its physiological process. You want it to focus on getting that nice developed stem and leaves, getting prepared or in preparation for the blooming process, which is our next stage of the development of the plant. All right, so what we are doing now, we are using a high nitrogen fertilizer 20-20-20, and also we are using sulfate of ammonia as a side dressing. So the 20-20-20 is applied foliarly to the leaves when you are applying or giving when you are administering agrochemicals, the insecticide and so forth, while the sulfate of ammonia is applied to the soil. We don't apply it as yet because we don't really quite ready as yet. So about Friday we're going to give them a dressing of sulfate of ammonia. What we have actually given them already or administered already is a fertilizer rich in phosphorus, and that will help with the root development. So that's just what we are doing now in a nutshell. Also, it is crucial that you spray, because at this stage the plants are prone to red spider mite. Red spider mite will affect the older leaves, and they will transmit the disease, the terrible disease called the watermelon mosaic virus. So you have to treat, and we have to use a very good miticide to treat. The one that we are using is supermectin, and the active ingredients in that is abamectin. So the active ingredients in supermectin is the abamectin. So that's what we are using right now, along with fungicide, because that's what we're going to do next. We're going to look at what are the different fungus that affect the plant at this stage. So the red spider mite, very, very crucial at this stage to control it, because they don't want them to spread that terrible disease, the tobacco mosaic virus, aka the watermelon mosaic virus. It's basically the same thing. Thrips, aphids, whiteflies tend to affect the plant at this stage as well, but the aphids tend to affect the younger leaves, the tip of the vine, the shoot right here. It's called the apical shoot, while the mite tend to affect the older leaves. Cool. The same abamectin is effective against those that I just mentioned, the thrips, the whiteflies and so forth, the aphids. So it is not only a miticide, it's also an insecticide, powerful insecticide, right? Fungicide we use mancozeb, and that will help in terms of a downy mildew or your powdery mildew. That will control or be effective against those two fungal disease, downy mildew, powdery mildew. In terms of any other pests, there's nothing really, there's no other pests really that affect the watermelon at this stage. So that's just it in a nutshell, guys. So the plants are looking good. You can see them half to a good start, looking healthy, and they are doing well. So the only thing that you need to do now is to make sure that the water regime is up, make sure that your fertilizer regime is up, and the management, scouting and so forth is up. As soon as you see any plant that look like it have any disease, you get rid of it out of the field. Alright, thank you very much, guys. And if you have any question as it relates to watermelon and the growing of watermelon, please feel free to reach out to me in the comment section or in my email, womangardenfixandtricks@gmail.com. My name is Nicole. Thank you very much for watching, and may God bless you.